Do we have to do renovations before selling? That's our topic today. We'll get started right after this. With probate or trust sales, pre-sale renovations, well, they can be kind of a mistake, an expensive mistake, and they might be kind of disguised as smart investments. When your loved one passes away, it's natural to think we should update the kitchen or we need to modernize the bathrooms and worry that no one will buy the home like it currently is. But every dollar that's spent on remodeling comes directly out of the estate proceeds. And that money, it belongs to the beneficiaries. It's not renovation capital, it's inheritance capital. Hi, I'm Kim Ward. I am the broker owner of Horizon Real Estate's Probate and Trust Help. I work with our daughter, Ashley, here in beautiful San Diego County, and we help personal representatives, trustees, executors, and administrators when they become responsible for a loved one's home. So there are some, I like to think of, emotional drivers when it comes to being responsible for a loved one's home. Personal representatives, they often think that they should renovate because they're embarrassed about the condition of their loved one's home. Sometimes there's pressure from siblings or extended family. A lot of the times there's fear about that the property won't sell without huge renovations. And this is a reasonable one. They hope that the remodeling will dramatically increase the value of the home. But in reality, large renovations with the emotional side of things, those decisions often reduce the net proceeds and increase liability for the estate. The most successful sales in probate or trust situation, they are planned strategically, not reactively. When possible, early on in the administration, that's when preparation should be considered. And keeping in mind that you want to make these decisions in a very calm manner. Rushed renovations, they can often lead to contractor delays, budget overruns, and disputes among beneficiaries. I've been part of many renovations, and a lot of the time, major ones, they can cost substantially more than you think and take substantially longer than we think. When working on estate properties, our focus is on preservation of equity and of value of the property, not reinventing the entire property. I'd like to share with you 7 probate and trust renovation traps. Spending money on renovations so that the siblings and the family are happy versus considering the general public, your pool of buyers, that's kind of a mistake. Next is the domino effect. You start to replace the countertops, then you realize the backsplash doesn't look very great. Then you start looking at the cabinets and you think they needed painting. And then you notice that the floor has flowery linoleum. So of course, then you think you need to replace that. That's the domino effect. What may look like a small cosmetic change turns into a full remodel. Next is trendy or personal choices during a renovation. Bold finishes to a particular taste may not impress buyers. You want a home to appeal to the broadest amount of buyers by keeping things very neutral. The next thing to consider is over-improving for the neighborhood's actual value. It's almost impossible to out-renovate the ceiling price in a particular neighborhood. If comparable homes in the price range, if they're not remodeled, that could cause you to not get your money back and recover that investment when you do a major remodel. The next thing, I think it's number 5, is fixing cosmetics instead of mechanical issues. Buyers and their lenders and the appraisers, they focus heavily on the roof condition, the HVAC, heating and air conditioning functionality. They focus on the electrical panels and the foundation and drainage of the property, as well as the main line condition, the sewer line that goes out to the city. Cosmetic repairs and upgrades, they will not offset fear of major system failures. Next one is sloppy or rushed work. DIY repairs or even poor contractor or handyman repairs, that kind of work can create distrust and is not recommended. When selling, buyer confidence, well, it's critical. And our last one is renovating while in the process of addressing and clearing out the remaining personal property. Trying to manage contractors while you're simultaneously removing TVs and beds and all the personal property, that can lead to your burnout. It can lead to conflict with the people doing the work and can be a costly mistake. Now let's talk about what buyers will actually pay for here in San Diego County. They will pay for clean and bright and simple. They want good systems and, like we just talked about, functional mechanical components. And homes that feel stable and well maintained. Now these are the high return things that you can consider. These improvements is fresh neutral paint, cleaning and window cleaning. Of course, decluttering, removing the remaining personal property, maybe even updating some lighting if it's super dated, and some basic landscaping cleanup. These types of improvements, they increase the perceived value without risking that over-investment. Here's some things you can think about. These are some questions you can ask yourself when you're considering renovations. Before you spend the estate funds, think about and ask yourself, will buyers in this particular neighborhood, will they be willing to pay more for this repair? Could the project create delays, create disputes, or even contractor issues? And finally, when you're thinking of a particular improvement or remodel, are you protecting the beneficiary's proceeds, or are you chasing speculative return? When we help you, we guide you to do your fiduciary duty and protect the estate. We will help you to evaluate the condition of the home. We will show you in writing the neighborhood value ceiling. We'll talk about the buyer pool in the price range and the cost of a remodel or repair versus the probable recovery. That often, well, leads to a disciplined approach, not a major renovation. If you are a personal representative and you're wondering what you should do with a property here in San Diego County, we can schedule time to meet with you and guide you through this. If you're outside of San Diego County, we have real estate professionals, good real estate professionals that know how to guide you also. Just reach out. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you're notified of our upcoming videos. If you are a trustee of a loved one's estate, we do have a book available for trustees. It's on Amazon. We also have this book available for personal representatives that are executors and administrators. It really goes through everything that you need to know when you become responsible for a loved one's estate. This is one of my newest books, and I call it a business card book. It really tells you all about who I am and what our team does for executors, administrators, and trustees. And this book, this is one of my newer ones also, this is called Beyond Probate, and it's really stories, real life stories of people that we have helped, clients that are involved in a probate or a trust.